Trapped under a car, a teenager can't move. A stranger runs over, grabs the front, and lifts it off the ground with his bare hands. He is not a strong man. Train as hard as he likes, he will never lift that weight again. Doctors have a name for what he did. They also admit they cannot explain it. A hidden reserve. A burst of power that rushes in the second a life is in danger, then disappears. Nobody knows where it comes from, how to switch it on, or who is carrying one. These 5 people are the proof. The stranger was Tom Boyle. The teenager under the car had been hit while riding his bike and was trapped beneath it. Boyle lifted more than a ton of metal off him and held it up. Doctors say no normal body should be able to do that. It has never been explained. But strength is the easy part. What about a body that should have shut down? A 6-year-old boy wanders away from his family into the freezing forests of Oregon. He is 3.5 feet tall and weighs under 40 pounds. Night falls, and the air turns freezing cold. He falls into a river. He climbs a tree to escape coyotes, and he keeps walking for 18 hours, as far as 20 miles. By morning, he walks out alive. A grown adult would struggle to last that night. A small child did. How he did it, no one can fully say. A child kept moving. But what about someone with every reason to give up? A young woman, Annette Herfkens, is on a small plane over the jungle in Vietnam. The plane comes down. When she opens her eyes, everyone around her is gone, including the man she loved. Her body is broken in a dozen places. It hurts to breathe. She is alone, far from any help, with no food. She lasts 8 days. She drinks rainwater she catches in scraps of the broken plane, and she later says the thing that saved her was not her body. It was her mind. She refused to panic. She refused to picture the end. She stayed in the moment, hour after hour, until a passing stranger found her. So the reserve lives partly in the mind, but some people survive things the mind never sees coming. A young woman named Vesna Vulovic is working on a plane high over Europe. Without warning, the plane tears apart in the sky. Vulovic falls, more than 30,000 feet, still trapped inside a piece of the broken plane. Everyone else is lost. She is not. She lives. To this day, she holds the world record for the highest fall anyone has ever survived without a parachute. She did not wake for weeks, broke nearly every part of her body, and then walked again. And here is the strangest part. She remembered nothing. No doctor has ever been able to explain how she lived. So the reserve is real. Strength. Holding on. The will to keep going. But that raises the darkest question of all. What happens when it runs out? Doctors have studied people who were not sick and not hurt, and who slipped away anyway. Prisoners. Survivors of terrible events. People who, after losing all hope, stopped trying. They went quiet. They turned away. And within days or weeks, with nothing wrong with their bodies, they were gone. Scientists have a name for it too. The loss of the will to live. It is not the same as anything else, and it remains one of the strangest things doctors have ever found. Because it means the reserve is not just a nice idea. It is real enough that losing it can end a life. Annette Herfkens held on to it, broken and starving in that jungle. The ones who lost it had nothing physically wrong with them at all. Which brings us back to the stranger and the car, right where we began. The power that saves us only appears at the edge, when we are trapped, freezing, falling, or out of hope. Then it vanishes, and we can't find it again. It is inside you right now, and you will never know you have it until the day you need it.